back. If you've just joined on from the other stream, you'll be excited for the other semi-finals of RF2 and the finals this will lead on to, and then leading on to that it'll be the RFN, which we're looking forward for some more action. Obviously the supercars just finished on the other stream, and we shall get the racing underway. Obviously with the driver change, K9 will be racing a little bit later on in the stream. That's why we just need to change over.
Just preparing in advance. It's always good to be prepared.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're back. It's the same stream. We just took a few minutes, I hope everybody manages to find their way back to this one. I was just checking on YouTube to check where the video is, but I can't find it, so...
Right, I'm gonna...
Oh, there we go. Okay, now I've got it.
You got it? Yep.
Got it.
I was going to say, it's definitely showing up on my screen here, that's good.
It was showing, I just couldn't find it where I needed it. You know how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Smoothly. But anyways, so the guys are lining up now. For the first race we have Kenny Shep, DeNapoli, Motormouth and Ali. So I think this is going to be another good one. We've got a couple strong drivers there. DeNapoli, he's shown his pace in some of the previous races yesterday. Kenny Shep, obviously, he's one of the favorites. Pretty much anything he races.
Definitely is. And this threw up some really close racing the other night, didn't it? I mean, the guys all came out the box and they were all on it, really close. So I'm looking forward to it. It's
definitely going to be a good battle. And remember, only one of these guys won't be going through to the final tonight. It's only a 4-car race. We had 9 drivers for qualifying, but one of them couldn't make it tonight, so it is only 8 cars, so that's 2 races of 8 for these semis. Only 3 go through from each race.
Yeah, so it's going to be unfortunate, it's going to be hard, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak. But Motormouth having another front row, so it's being kind to him tonight, isn't it? Putting him on the front row for both of his semis.
How it works. Sometimes it gives you a good draw, sometimes you just can't ever get a good draw to get to the front. So
yeah, then you got Kenny Shep alongside him, Ali and DeNapoli on the back row, but as we all know, Ali, the super starter, and DeNapoli. You can see
Shadow in the chat here. Hello, Shadow. He's made his way to the second stream. Good to have you watching. You will be racing in the next race, I believe. Just check my list here. Yes, Shadow is in the next one.
As we all know, sponsored by Monster Energy.
If only, we've given them enough time.
I know, yeah. I thought I'd give them another mention. Maybe maybe it's in the post, the contract.
We've given them enough time, yeah. They've had more screen time than the cars.
Yeah, 6 laps in these cars. I mean,
only thing that would have made your flip better earlier is if you flipped under the sign and we just had to stare at the sign the whole race.
No. Well, I mean, my sponsor's Red Bull, so I'm not going to do it anywhere near a Monster Energy sign, am I?
Talking of the Red Bull livery, there's one at the back with DeNapoli. So. Oh, bad start there from Motormouth. I think he hasn't plugged his wheel in, he's not moving.
Yeah, something isn't connected there. But
his wheel's not connected. So Kenny into first place there. DeNapoli in second place right now. Ali is in third. I wonder if he made a mistake there. He
kind of got hung up a little bit behind Motormouth, didn't he? So he's lost him a bit of time.
And we know Ali gets good starts, so he probably just didn't even have a chance to realize that Motormouth wasn't moving. I went straight into the back of him.
So Motormouth, yeah, I can hear him revving, but luckily on the inside there, the guys should know where he is now, so not going to be too much of a hazard. Not like some people that are upside down, but Kenny seems to be under control of this one, pulling
So
away
Motormouth
another.
is out now, so these three are all through into the final.
Ali, I think he's making a little bit of ground up there on De Napoli, but as you say, I mean, other than they do score points that for the semis, don't they? So whether Ali's got the incentive to try and get a second place point score, or whether just hold position and familiar yourself, ready for the final.
I'll explain the points now. I'm just opening up my sheet here. I know it, but I just prefer to have my info here to explain it.
It just makes it a little bit more clear, doesn't it? Meanwhile, De Napoli there, he's holding position. We know he had strong pace the other night. Kenny has just seemed to have pulled a gap of about 2 seconds. So these guys, I think all by now they will understand that they've all made it through into the final. Unfortunately, go on.
And I've realized that I'm supposed to be cameraman in this one, and I'm not. We'll fix that for the next race.
Yeah, definitely. It's
nothing's going right tonight in tonight's stream.
We're all still just ironing out these little technical issues, but over the course of the next couple of weeks, I'm sure it'll be smooth as anything.
Full send there from Ali. Did you see
him? Yeah, I just saw him flick
sideways into that one.
Meanwhile, Kenny's coming round and he's managed to pull a fair bit of a gap, so whether he's been working on a bit of a setup to get himself more comfortable in the car, he comes over the line in first.
Looking comfortable. So first place gets you 6 points in the semi-final. You get 5 for second place and 4 points for third place.
Ali coming over the line in reverse there, so he's going for style points as well. Does he get any for the style?
I think if there was anyone that was going to get style points, it's probably the Matsutsi brothers. They tend to do some epic moves. If you remember back to South Africa, the final round of last season's supercars, he did that grind over the barrier when he did his jump. It was quite an impressive move.
Yeah, made an impressive screenshot as well.
So they definitely always put on a good show, those two.
I mean, I think generally, Italians around the world are known for their style, aren't they? They have, dress sense and style, so why not bring it onto the racing format?
The car wouldn't move.
Oh, yeah. Here's Motormouth now. What, can do it revving, but...
So we were thinking that your wheel might not have been working.
Yeah, no, the car decided it just wouldn't move. Well, I was moving about 3 miles an hour.
So the next guys are coming in now. We've got in this race. This is semi-final 2 now of the lights, which is the RF2 class. Just looking here. We've got Carlo, so the other Matsutsi brother, Tarmac, EH Busher, and Shadow Lancer.
So yeah, you got two teammates here, which
I know that EH Busher there and Shadow, they are very keen. They've been pumped all day. So let's hope that they have a good race here. Those two cars with the mouths on the front and the angry eyes, the Savage Racing duo.
Good name for them.
Yeah, I think Matsutsi the other night in qualifying, did he have 2 jump starts? So
he did. But that was not this class. That was the RFNs.
Right. Okay. Yep. So I just got muddled up there. So
it's a known thing, and it's called premature acceleration. Many men suffer from premature acceleration, but together we can help deal with it.
But if you remember, Ali had quite a few as well the other night. I think in different classes, maybe. So they're struggling a little bit with their. I think they're just trying to jump the gun a little bit, get that extra good start, but it doesn't always pay off. So
it's getting to that first corner first, isn't it? It's all important.
Got to see if it's worth the risk.
Teammates,
high risk, high reward.
Teammates on the inside, starting in grid 2, and would that be what's that? Grid 4, isn't it? So even though it's grid 4, it's still an inside line, so it's not too bad, is it? The starting position there, really.
It's much harder to send it around the outside on this track.
Definitely.
Than it is to just hug that inside. It's a very tough one. These cars, you can't get them too sideways because they sort of come to a stop. So that means you pretty much got to drive it around the outside, which isn't easy.
The thing that makes it tough, the physics in this game for the sideways collisions doesn't lend itself to all the cars being able to go around.
So they're off. Tarmac
had a good run.
Gets around, so he goes around the
it's
outside.
just had a little bit of contact, but holds that. He's looking good. He's held the speed and got into that front position, but he has got a Matsushi right behind him in second place there. Oh, just a little bit more contact there.
Side, but he brings him back around, so he lost a position but recovered well there.
Could have came off worse, couldn't it? But is that Shadow having a look?
Look up the inside.
Showing his angry teeth up the inside of that corner. That was impressive, but just again a little bit.
Side by side. So Tarmac having a tough time here, holding on to second. He's getting a bit of a battering, but he's held on to it. Now the teammates at the back fighting. Hugh looking up the inside. E.H. Boucher there.
Matsushi checking
Shadow
out
earlier today. Shadow was feeling very confident in these lights the other night.
He's rolled.
As I say that, commentators
he's back on his wheels, though. He's back on his wheels.
Flipped right over.
I've just watched a replay of it. Brilliant.
Just absolutely cursed him there, didn't you?
K9.
But
check the gap now. Check that gap between Matsushi and second place. He's doing a good job now.
I was going to say, he looks pretty comfortable out in the lead, but Tarmac looks pretty comfortable in second place. So even though he was getting a bit roughed up at the start of the race, he's in a position at the moment where he's going to secure him. Oh, but then I say that.
There, he's just. And it looks like Shadow might get past. No, Shadow hits into him. They're all backwards. It's chaos here on lap 4. We're not even on the final laps yet.
Oh, I just saw somebody flying backwards on the replay.
Yep. So every time that we've highlighted someone, Kyle, they've had a rough time. So as commentators,
if we stick here on Matsushi, the others might catch him.
I think for next week, all you need to do is just have voodoo dolls of everyone and stick pins in them.
But Matsushi, he's able to send this car quite a bit. It's slowing him down, but he's got enough space between him and second to do what he wants, pretty much. So
he can probably see the time gap now, and is just driving it with a bit more caution, having fun with it, as we say, Matsushi.
Just sending it full sideways there. That's about as sideways as you can get in these cars.
Comes across the line,
so you got. And you'll be fine.
So Hugh, E.H. Boucher in second, he makes it through to the finals, and Shadow as well. Like, we didn't see that in the start of the race. Tarmac was looking comfortable. Just that one mistake.
Just shows how everything can change basically in a blink of an eye, without being.
It definitely did at that point.
But in 6 laps, that's the one thing that shows you. If you look at the difference between your 4-lap race and your 6-lap race, okay, it's 2 laps. Doesn't take the brains of an archbishop to work that bit out. But the thing is, a hell of a lot can change in that extra 2 laps.
Yeah, definitely can.
Because Tarmac was looking home and dry quarter of the way through. Go on.
What that result does mean now, though, is Team Piston Broke does not have a car in the finals.
We're piston broke.
Savage has 2 cars in the final, and Team Matsutsi has 2 cars in the final.
Fixed. Of course not. I fixed it for me for my car not to start. I still don't know why it wouldn't go. I only got down to the first corner because somebody hit me. Ah, dear God.
So Matsutsi, the 2 Savage cars, Kenny is in, Ali is in, and Napoli. I think that is them. I'm just gonna double check here, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
You're looking for that. I'm just going to give a little quick shout out to some of the guys in the chat. Matsutsi liked my premature ejaculation. My premature acceleration! I did not suffer with premature ejaculation. I did not suffer with anything. That is my disclaimer. That was a Freudian slip. And another shout out to Sam to Baggy, who's having a look in on us tonight. So, hiya, mate.
How's it going, Baggy?
How's it going?
I hope you like what you see. But we are now going into the final for the lights, the RF2 class here. So this is to determine, remember we did a season, a couple of RFX seasons ago. I think it was probably season 3 of the RFX class, but that was season 1, so this is season 2. The only people to have won in the RF2 class was Berries, who you saw earlier tonight in the supercars. He's won 1 race. And then the rest of the races were won by Matt Morris and TK Bear. It was the battle of the Mats that season. Neither of them are racing with us at the moment. They're unable to join us, unfortunately.
We've got a Matsutsi, so he could come through and win this one. And
he might get the first win here of this season in the RF2s.
Starting in the strong position there on the inside for that first corner.
But it does mean we will have a new winner here, no matter what, because there is nobody. Kenny has never won an RF2 race before.
Best chance. He's got a good position on the grid, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. He's out of the back.
The Napoli with a good start there. He goes around the outside.
Kenny's hanging out on the outside there, but Matsusi's got a nice inside line.
Just too wide from Kenny. But he holds on. So Kenny right up the back of Matsutsi. And there's a battle with Ali, and look at Hugh there. EH Busha goes up the inside.
Oh, it's a little bit of
Napoli tried to go up the inside there, but it didn't work out for him. He got squeezed there into the wall. Battles everywhere here. You can see Hugh's got a bit of a gap, so he's safe. But look there, Shadow now trying again on Napoli. And right behind them is Ali as well. So big battle for 4th place here.
It's looking close in that, what's that, 4th, 5th and 6th place.
But look here now with Kenny looking up that inside. And I think he's going to take him.
Matsusi carries speed. He's still there though, he's not backing out. Matsusi, yeah, just gives it. Kenny's going for that full send on that final turn. So whether that's the difference in lines, Kenny does seem to keep it tighter just on this first turn. You can see the difference of entrance.
Matsusi gets very sideways early.
But he does carry more, he carries more exit speed, but Kenny's alongside him.
Just as you say that, on the outside, Kenny now to the inside, I think he's got him.
He has,
but it's a cutback.
Switch back. This is going to be a switch back.
He's got it. Look at that. Incredible racing for these two.
It's like ballroom dancing. They're
and now Kenny trying again. Kenny's got him.
He's got him. Matsusi's holding it.
He's gonna run it wide, so he's gonna get dropped back slightly there because he had to get around that wall.
I was going to say,
full send there.
Matsusi did well to get through that chicane section, because sometimes when you go out wide, it can really drag you into them walls, can it?
Tried to hug
And
that coming round.
especially in these cars, because you can't throw these quite as much as the supers, so you have to drive it round a bit more. It slows you down slightly. But let's see here. Hugh still, he's sitting pretty comfortably there.
He'll be
Napoli in
happy.
fourth.
Yeah,
Shadow and Ali still having a battle at the back here. Look at how sideways he went around there. Ooh,
Oh,
big crash there from those two. Kenny wins. Matsutsi in second. Busha there. Ooh, he crashed too early, I think. No, he just made
No,
it. I
he
think he
secured that,
just made it
yeah.
over. That looked like he crashed too early. That would have sucked.
Yeah, he just got across then, and the other two having a little fest at the back there. That was, you know what? That was a really good race from the front two boys. I'm not saying it wasn't for the other guys either, but the front two.
Even
boys,
De Napoli there, I think he was starting to catch up. Remember, he was in quite a battle at the start to get through, but he showed good pace. If you look, all the lap times relatively close there. Kenny with the best one though. But no, good job. That was a good race.
it was a good race from all the guys, yeah.
That was a cracking advert for good, close, clean. As the two of them battled hard, but fair. And in this,
So Kenny now adds to his CV, if you will. Another win for another trophy for the case. All right, so that means I'm racing already. Can you believe it?
Yeah, straight into your races now. It's
weirder things have happened.
So I think we're gonna put Kenny on cameras here because he's in the lobby.
Yay, camera Kenny. Kenny is going to be camera guy. Sorry, I'm just telling him because I can talk to both of you. I won't tell you what his response was though.
Alright, I'm just finding the cars here, so we are now moving on to the RFN class. It's a supercar, but it's a one-make series, so everybody is in the Mercedes. It is also going to make for some super close racing. It's not a very popular car, generally speaking, in this class. It's a bit heavier, a bit harder to drive, but
A lot harder.
as
anyway,
we saw,
I'll go run and get in my car. I'll catch you up in a minute.
cool. As
Good
we
luck,
saw
mate.
the other night, it made for some hectic racing. Obviously, all of these races have been 6-car races, so every race is almost like a final.
yeah, it's definitely you boys threw up some interesting racing the other night in these cars, and I'm sure everyone's had a little bit more time to familiarise themselves with it. So hopefully this final's just going to be like the rest that we've seen tonight. Well, semi-final to start with.
Cool, man. So I'm going to jump out and leave you to
Talk
this
to
one.
myself. Yeah,
I'll see,
great.
I'll
Cheers, mate.
see you at the end. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Best of luck. So yeah, as I was saying, these guys put on a good performance the other night. I think Ali was looking strong. K9 had a couple of good strong results there. I think this is the one that Matsuchi, I think, had a couple of jump starts. So he'll be looking to impress and not hopefully make any mistakes. But the guys are locked and loaded and ready to go. So we'll see how they get on this time round. So obviously, if anybody wants to have a crack at this, join in. No problem at all. There's plenty of room to get everybody registered. Just see where these guys are going to go. Hopefully Motormouth won't have any technical issues. Obviously he's been suffering tonight with a little bit of engine blown in one semi-final, and I believe he had a major technical problem on the last one. So hopefully he's got everything sorted. So yeah, Matsuchi, they put him on pole, so hopefully that redeems for his couple of jump starts. Motormouth, he's on the inside there. He's hopefully he gets away cleanly, because we saw, I think it was Ali actually hit him because he hadn't moved off the last time that they were racing. K9 mid-pack, Ali is on 4th, Shadow Britain and EH Boucher. I think the engines are ready, so let's see who can take this semi-final. Obviously points scored all the way through the series, so I think Motormouth doesn't seem to have maybe he's away now, but Ali Matt's in 4th place, just behind K9 there. Matsuti got a good start. Shadow Britain in that 2nd place, with K9 giving it a full send and Ali giving it not too far behind him. Shadow Lancer is looking quite. K9 just runs out, clips that bank that sticks out. I think that was Ali that managed to hold on to it, snaking all the way down that straight, just trying to avoid K9. But back on with Shadow Lancer, he's looking nice and strong in this car. I think out the front Matsuti was mega wide, but K9 and Ali here having a good battle. Ali looking way round him. I mean, K9 had made that mistake on that last car, so he's got back past him. He's done well. You can just see Hugh Butcher in the background there. But K9 just running on the inside there. Ali had run out wide. Shadow Lancer, he's sitting comfortable in 2nd at the moment. As I say that, he just avoids that ice bank that sticks out. Matsuti has seemed to have checked out in front on this one. K9 in 3rd, just gone past. Ali coming round, sending out wide, just collects that bank, gives him a 360, more than a 360. That gives the place to Hugh Boucher there, he's gone through. K9 seems to have reeled in Shadow, so whether Shadow had just made a slight mistake or something. On to lap 5 already. You can see Motormouth stricken the car just out of the air, so K9 really got some pace and he's reeled in Shadow Britain. He's looking for a way past. He's gonna send it out wide, gives it the big flick, hanging that tail out. That's the K9 style that we do know. Matsuti, meanwhile, he's checked out in front. He's run away with this one, going on to this last lap. K9 still giving it some more major full send there. Can he? Is he going to try and attack for that position of Shadow Britain? But Shadow seems to be slightly smoother on line and carrying some pace. So, meanwhile, Matsuti, he does secure that win. Shadow Britain comes over in a good, strong, solid 2nd place. K9 in 3rd. Ali giving it a major full send in that last corner. But comes over in 4th, and Hugh Boucher in 5th. Unfortunate there for Motormouth, he hasn't got his technical issues kind of sorted yet. But no, good result there from Matsuti. Just see Motormouth saying there, still won't move. You've got to put it in gear, mate. You've got to put it in gear. Click first. Maybe 2nd. I always do a 2nd gear launch. But, yeah, hopefully you can get that sorted. Good run there. Some of the guys just ending up in a little bit of contact, but everybody will be happy with that. Shadow Lancer, is nice to see him having a good run. I believe that it's not too long that he's moved from controller onto steering wheel, so he's probably still adjusting to it and getting used to that feel. It does take a little while, but I'm sure he'll be experiencing the full delights of these supercars. Especially when we get onto the more of the tarmac and dirt tracks. That's when you can really feel them. Them next rounds will be coming up very shortly. A couple of weeks, I believe. So, Mouth is just joining again. Hopefully he's had a bit of time just to be able to probably reset his wheel and sort that issue. These guys going into I've just lost the information, but I swear they were only having the one semi-final as they were all in it, and then this will be going into the final. So maximum point scores for the final. Obviously you can pick more up in this race than any others throughout the qualifying and the semi-final. Shadow Lancer, after a good result there, he gets put onto pole, so I'm sure he'll be happy with that, seeing no one in front of him into that first corner, and he showed like he had good pace. So if he can get out of this first corner, I wouldn't rule him out from having a good run. Ali on that inside grid there, which is another strong starting position. And we know that he's a superstar. Matsuti in that third place, K9 on the fourth place, Monomouth fifth, which hopefully he can get away from the line this time. And then Hugh, unfortunately, put him on that back row, but any contact from these front few guys and he'll be allowed to sneak through. Guys obviously making a few adjustments to the cars, probably just trying a few different things just for this final, try and get themselves a bit more pace. I think we're underway now for this final race of the evening. Engines are revving. Let's see if Shadow can hold off, but Matsuti, I think Ali has a great start there. As I say, Matsuti, he's looking up the inside of Shadow Britain. Shadow Britain seems to have gone wide and lost a few places, so he won't be too happy with that. K9 has gone through, the two Matsuti brothers, but no major contact going into that first corner. But the second corner, K9 just runs Shadow out a little bit wide. Matsuti, I can see having a look on his brother. He's not too far. I think Hugh ran wide at that hash bang. Shadow Britain's dropped quite a bit of distance now, so unfortunate for him, but K9, we're going to stick with him. He looks to be just reeling in these brothers. Whoa, but then one collected the bank and just came across the track, but it's been okay for Matsuti. He's spun a 360 and got back underway and not lost too much time to his brother. I think K9 stuck in a bit of a wall at the moment. Hugh has moved up to third, so I'm sure he'll be happy with that. But then, as I say, that commentator's curse again, as it happened all night. He has done a 360. Unfortunate for him, but then that's one of the Matsuti brothers, so we missed that one. So we got Ali, Shadow Britain is back up into second place, so that's how fast this can change. He's gone from being on pole to near enough back of the grid to back into second place, so great kind of luck. Fortunately, you see K9 riding in the back there, so he's probably picked up a little bit of damage to his steering. Hugh and Matsuti there, synchronised drifting. It's looking good for Hugh at the moment. He's started on the back of the grid and he's holding that third place, so hopefully he can just fend off Matsuti. Keeps a nice tight line. He's breaking it down well. Ali out front. He's, as I say that, I thought he was running it wide, but he's looking comfortable. Going on to his last and final lap. Shadow Britain not too far behind him, so he's had a very up and down race, but he'll be glad to get back into that second place. Hugh still holding on to that third place, and then you can see Matsushi just run wide again and just collect the back end of the car. K9 meanwhile moves up into that fourth place, so just coming round now, last lap, and I think Ali has gone over the line and won it. Shadow in second, Hugh in third, so I'm sure them guys will be all happy with them positions. K9 in fourth, and I think Matsushi, after getting a lot of damage, seals the results for that. Matsushi, yeah, so he didn't actually make it across the line, but yeah, unfortunately there, Motormouth, he still hasn't managed to fix any issues there. But some great racing. Them guys are only going to get better once we get onto the tarmac and dirt sections. This ice track, definitely, I would say this is probably going to be the trickiest car to run out the free. You see, Motormouth putting a bit of a question mark there, so he's just as confused as his steering wheel setup.
Alright.
So yeah.
That was the final.
Yeah, definitely some entertaining results.
Crash magnet. I just tend to... Cars that crash tend to swerve into me.
It definitely, yeah, I think I saw a couple where people had just hit the banks and it was sending them across the track and just collecting other drivers and stuff.
I got knocked on that first lap. It was one of them at Sutsy Brothers, I think, hit the wall and bounced across and hit me.
Yeah.
And then from there I had terminal damage, so I was just sending it and hoping I could make a position or two back, but I was pointing the wrong way around, you know, than to try and turn the car around again.
Yeah.
I just lose too much time. But anyways, it was a good race in total, I think, a good event. Some good racing tonight, and congrats to Ali for getting the first ever RFN class win. So
definitely a good result.
Shadow on the podium there in his first supercar event ever. So
it was good. I mean, like,
and Hugh on the podium as well.
Yep.
Buscher with his first podium. So good job from them too.
I just want to mention there's a person that's asked a question on the stream, and it says how many people enter per class. I mean, you can answer that one, Kyle, but it's unlimited, really, isn't it? Because of the qualifying rounds and stuff. Yeah.
So the nice thing about rallycross is it's pretty much limitless how many people can enter, because you're doing it in stages. So whereas you're doing a GT3 race or something, the game can only take like 16 in a lobby. But because this is all done in heats and rounds, you can pretty much go as high as you're willing to go. It's just more of a time limit thing, in that nobody really wants to sit around for 3 or 4 hours, you know.
I was going to say we would limit it, you know, at a high number, but we're not.
But we've done over 20 drivers before. We were in like maybe even 25ish at one stage.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could have even maybe gone a bit more than that and squeezed a few in. So, and also we've got 3 classes now as well, so you can sign up for any of those classes, give it a go. They're all quite fun. Yeah. So if you want to join, just join our Discord channel. You can find it on our YouTube banner. There's a link there to the channel. Drop in there, and we will direct you to where you need to go to register. Otherwise, yeah, it was a good event, and
definitely looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, the next one is in 2 weeks' time. We will be doing the same setup. So the supercars RFX class, they're going to be the Monday qualifying. Then we'll have RF2s again with the RFNs. They will qualify on the Wednesday, and all the finals on the Thursday. That'll be 2 weeks' time. We're going to Dirtfish. We'll be doing the Pro Course, Race of the USA. That should be an epic one. It's a lot more of a technical track than this one. A lot more turns, a lot more... It's one of the longer tracks, I think, actually, on the calendar.
Yeah.
So it should be a good one.
Looking forward to it.
If you remember back to last season, in the finals we had somebody go upside down in the tunnel.
I know that feeling after tonight.
Everyone had to squeeze through past the gap, and it was incredible because nobody hit him. It was some of the best driving we've seen.
It definitely was an impressive place, and unfortunate for any driver that's upside down and has to sit there. But no, where he was on track and for no one to hit him, it was...
We even squeezed 2 cars in that tiny gap, which I thought was impossible. I thought that would be the end of it, but it happened. So there's much more action to come in this series. We'll check you back next time in 2 weeks for this. But if you want to catch some more racing before then, we will be on next week Monday with the KTM X series. So you catch us for that on Monday.
Another great series. Another great series, which throws up some great close racing, doesn't it?
We had some great racing there. It was in Dubai last week, but we're moving on to China now, to Zhuhai, and we know that is quite a cool track as well. It's got a couple long straights, a bit up and down, so might see a few unintentional spins here and there. But it should be a good one. It's always a close race, that one, so I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the event, and we will see you back next week if you want to check the KTMs, or in 2 weeks' time for the Rallycross. But why don't you just watch both? Anyways, check you next time.
Catch you later. Cheers, man.